Why is poco pronounced with a C and poquito with a QUI? In the same way, why do we have guitarra with GUI instead of GI? So today in this video, we will explore all the combination sounds, all the vowels and consonants that you need to combine and create certain sounds in Spanish. Same sound, same spelling. So why this issue? So Spanish is not a random language. There are things that you need to understand before creating those sounds. And by the end of this video, we will be understanding exactly how the system works. And you will never miss a spell again, especially the conjugations in preterito indefinido y subjuntivo, the major problem where students misspell a lot of times because they don't have the understanding of how these sounds are created and how do you change the spelling based on these phonetical changes. So to cover this topic, we'll be seeing four major sounds: ka, sa, kh, and g. And we will see all the vowel combinations with all these four sounds. So let's jump right in. So let's see the words right now on my screen: ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. And let's see the examples along with these sounds. So casa, queso, quince, comer, cuatro. And along with these samples, you can see we are changing the spelling in K and ki. Okay, QUE and QUI instead of writing CECI. Now, why do we do that? Because if you write CECI, the sound actually that is pronounced is say and C instead of K and ki. So to maintain that sound, to maintain the exact pronunciation, we have to change and switch up the spelling because that is how you follow that in Spanish, not in English. No, so again, we are not comparing languages here again because you will get more and more confused. So to pronounce ka, you need CA, you need QUE for K, QUI for key, you need CO for co, and for ku, you need CU. Okay, and with this, we will follow the whole pattern in the coming combinations also. So remember, always have some examples related to the sounds we are learning. This way you will understand it better. That is why we always write K, K significa. Instead of writing KE, CE, we always write QUE. Okay. In the same way, if you are saying queso, esquema, quesito, bosque, quince, cheque, etc., you are using QUE for the combination of K and you are using QUI for the combination of key. So before we continue, do not forget to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the bio, and also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now moving on to the next combination, we have sa, se, si, so, su. So to say sa, we have ZA, say, CE. Right now I just told you why. C, CI, so, ZO, and su, ZU. Let's say you want to change the first one. Let's say so. Okay. Let's say you want to change the first pronunciation and you are saying why don't we write CA instead of ZA to pronounce sa. So if you put CA instead of writing ZA, you will get ka. The first example I already told of the previous sound. Okay. So this is very important for you to understand that we are respecting these rules, because if you break them, you are gonna end up with a different sound altogether. Let's say the same applies for su. So instead of writing ZU, you are writing CU, you will get the sound ku and not su. Okay, remember in the previous video, if you want to see, we never say zu, su, sa, say, si. So the sound sa, or sa, sa. Okay, so these two sounds exist. If you want to refer and understand all these consonants and vowels more in detail, you can refer to the previous video. I'll link this in the bio. But always remember that the sounds are going to follow this pattern for a certain reason. Now here the examples are simpler. We have zanahoria, zapato, cereza, cielo, circo, zorro, sumo, etc. Azul, pozo, etc. Okay, so here you have a lot of sounds which you can explore. I'm gonna link a small guide, a freebie again in the website, which you can download and check all these sounds and examples, specifically also for business Spanish. You can refer normal examples, Spanish, general Spanish, and also business Spanish on the website in this document. So please download this document and find words to practice and also see examples that you can learn while understanding this topic. Moving on to the next sound, we have kha. or many people also say her. Like again, this description I have explained in the previous video. We have the same sound kh, a little harsh on the throat, or her, kwan, one. Many people switch it up depending on you. Usually I teach kh sound, which is coming from the throat, a little harsher. But it again depends on you and your mother tongue, which where you feel more comfortable. Okay. So again, to pronounce kha, ke, ki, ko, ku, the combinations are on the screen, and you can see that you can here use G and J in some of the vowels, specifically in K and ki. Okay, so here you can switch it up. Now again, can you change the spelling? Let's say instead of saying kirafa is with J. So can I write it with G? No. Okay. So now here you have to understand and focus a little even more on the spellings, specifically in these two sounds. If you're saying kente, you cannot write it with J. If you are saying cafe, you cannot write it with G. That does not exist. Okay, so here making spelling mistakes a common issue for you. So here we have to pay a little bit more attention. There are not many examples. You will not fall into so many problems here, but again, something to be aware of. Now the examples again: Khamon, Khardin, Cafe, Kente, Jirafa, Gimnasio, Joven, Rojo, Coco, Cougar, Jueves, Judías, etc. Entonces, tenemos muchos ejemplos. We have a lot of examples here again. Moving to the next and the last sound is G, Ga, Ge, Gi, Go, Gu. And that is gonna start only with G and not J. So now if you want to pronounce the sound Ga, as you can see on the screen, G-A, Ge, G-U-E, Gi, G-U-I, Gu, G-U. And Ga, Ge, Gi, Go, Gu. So to pronounce the sounds Ga, Ge, Gi, Go, Gu, here you have the combinations. Here you have to focus specifically on Ge, Gi, where you are saying G-U-E for Ge, G-U-I for Gi. Now let's see some examples again. Gato, garganta, ganado, goma, golpe, gusto, gusano, guerra, juguete, guitarra, etc. So here juguete is a very interesting sound because it combines both the sounds, the previous sound ku and ge for the last sound that we are learning. So juguete, and that is how it manifests. Now one very interesting fact and one thing that people miss out a lot is there is a U with a double dot, and it's called diéresis in Espanol. And what is happening there is in sounds like gi, where you're saying GUE and GUI, we are not really saying GUE, we are not saying GUI. That is where people get confused. In the same way, when you have ki, you are not saying kue, we are not saying kui. And that is where students make the most mistake. First of all, be careful there. Second is if you have double dot, the diéresis above U, what is going to happen is you have to pronounce that sound now. So when you have GUE and the U has double dot, you have to say GUE instead of saying ge. You have to say GUI instead of saying gi. Now an example can be pinguino. Pinguino, it should be pinguino otherwise. So no, because it has double dot, we will say pinguino. So with this we finish our topic for today, and let me know what else do you feel where you need more guidance and understanding in Spanish, and I can publish a related video. I'm always gonna see the comments, so do not forget to comment whatever you like, whatever you need to know in future videos. So thank you so much.